time.
Guys, I know it's been a while, man. I have been meaning to actually get back to the house as soon as possible. We just got back from the hospital last night. We went in last Wednesday, had our baby boy on Thursday. He's healthy, he's vocal, and that's common amongst all babies. But man, I'm in love with this guy. I'm probably gonna try to throw a video together at some point today to introduce him to y'all. Anyways, with that being said, let's talk about this video. Before we get started, let's hit our featured subscriber, 3D Gamer 101. First curse all the way, man. My favorite weapon in the game. I was actually asking people what their favorite exotic hand cannon was, and I like that this guy likes first curse, man. I think first curse definitely deserves more love than it gets. But with that being said, let's talk about today's video. And today's video is all about map control and one of the best subclasses I believe to be one of the best classes to control the map. And controlling the map is not necessarily always the subclass that you would just be overly dominating people and killing people. That of course is helpful, and that definitely does have a indirect way of controlling the map. But with that being said, I found this setup that I'm using right here to be one of the best ways to control the flow of the game, and that is a great way to support not only yourself but your teammates. So I'm going to periodically show the weapons that I'm using, because I'm showing, you know, of course, Hardlight right here, Worlds to Come, and Zombie Apocalypse. So as this is going on, I'll show exactly what the loadout of each one of those weapons are, the roles on each one of those. But let's talk a little bit about the subclass, which is really the subject of today's matter, and controlling the map, man. Controlling the map, to me, it's good to have, you know, a good subclass to definitely beat back. But to me, a good Defender Titan is something that can really control the flow. They come in so clutch, especially in sixes and things like Rift, Control, and even in Clash, they do so well. You know, a lot of times when I ran Bubble Titan, I would run actually suppressor grenades. I mean, that's definitely the logical choice to go with, because the thing about it is that sucks is if you pop a bubble and all of a sudden you've got some guy coming there with his super, and he pretty much eliminates you and your bubble right from the get. You don't want to run into that. But for the most part, I wasn't necessarily relying just solely on my bubble this time. And so suppressor grenades is not what I roll with. I actually rolled Armatorium, and I rolled double spike grenades, which is pretty damn nasty, guys. I gotta say, man, spike grenades in general are just so powerful, and to have two of them rocking with Armatorium at T5 is extremely nasty. And so there was so many times on maps that can really utilize those grenades, like Pantheon. I felt like Asylum was really good. Those maps that are got some enclosed areas that you definitely have some kink points where people have to run through, those grenades can really pick them off. Now you're probably wondering, why not no backup plans? Why not a shotgun? You know, to utilize that force barrier regularly is something that you see a lot of Defender Titans use effectively. I mean, take Destiny Fun Police. You know, Sheik does a great job of utilizing that all the time. The reason why I'm catering to these weapons right now is because I'm catering more to the support playstyle. That's what I'm catering more to. That's what I really wanted to prove right now, is that you can win by being supportive. You can win by playing the more passive game, because in my opinion, passive is not always the worst. You're playing passive, yes. You're controlling the map, yes. But you're dictating where the enemy moves. You're not necessarily just chasing enemies down, trying to get the ape on them, trying to get the shotgun kill on them. And so that's what I really liked about this setup. You know, Hardlight by no means is a weapon killing machine, and I'm going to talk about the weapons right now. You know, you see Hardlight, you see Worlds to Come. You know, Hardlight is actually not a bad auto rifle. I did list it as number 5 in my top 5 exotics you shouldn't use competitively, but that's just competitively. There's a lot of weapons I would not use competitively. Hardlight, the main thing that works against it is simply the screen shake. It's in an archetype that I like. It's right up there with Monte Carlo. I love Monte Carlo. Hardlight itself it could be a great weapon. It's got great stats, wonderful stability, wonderful aim assist. If they just got or toned down the screen shake to Hardlight, you would see a very dominating weapon in this game. I know that may surprise some of you. You probably don't think of Hardlight in that way, but I really think if they got rid of simply the screen shake, it would be a wonderful weapon. Now, the fusion rifle is a weapon that I don't normally use within this archetype. A lot of times you've seen me use something like, you know, 77 Wizard or even Silence Vigil a bunch. But after I messed around with Each New Day way back when I was doing my Shax challenges, Worlds to Come is within that same archetype, and it works really good. It's got a little more range than what Each New Day has. I like the rolls that are on this one. Of course, I'm on my Titan, so quick draw is very beneficial to have. Worlds to Come is really good. It's definitely one of those that would be a 5-bolt killer. But it's not hard to land that. And again, all of these weapons are really catering to the more passive play style, allowing you to really set up with your Defender Titan. And I felt like at all times I was having a bubble set. I was just running just Blessings of Light. I wasn't even trying to go overboard with weapons, and I was simply allowing people to always dip into that bubble and take advantage of that. Well, guys, I really urge you to try out Defender Titan class, and maybe not from the standpoint that we have always made videos about. You know, we've always talked about the no backup plan, shotgun setup, to max out strength, to constantly have a shield up, you know, and the rock armor of light. Try it from a different perspective. Try it simply from a support setup. And I feel like that was really beneficial, not only for myself, but for my team, man. And I was enjoying that. I have often in the past, in a lot of different games that I've played, I was never a DPS character. I always played either a tank or support of some sort, and so those were always my favorite. Tank class is my favorite. I love taking on the damage, man, and surviving it, dude. And so that was always one of my favorite aspects. And I feel like here in Defender Titan class, especially in PvP, in an area a lot of people don't give it a chance, man, I was really enjoying this. Well, guys, as always, man, thank you so much for coming and watching, and I'll catch all of you later.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.